I kind of feel like saying a pretty traumatic month for you. There was a lot of depth. There was a lot of emotional depth going on, and it was very difficult for you to go through. Okay, so here we are now, feeling you've gotten yourself to this place where you feel a little bit more grounded. You feel a lot less discombobulated. So the intention is still whole. The need for that groundedness, that grounded stability, that firm foundation that you were wanting. You were saying last month, I'm not in a place where I can move forward right now. So it was like you were pushing everything away from you because you needed to internalize everything and figure out how to ask for help, how to receive help, and also have faith in those people that are closest to you because they only want what's best for you. So last month, I think you were really having a hard time with that, and certainly needing that from others, the people closest to you. I think you're there now, and you're now able to move forward feeling whole, a lot more grounded. Yes, you are feeling connected to yourself again. And you are not apathetic to others. You are not apathetic to your situation or those around you or those that are trying to help you. Here, this was last month. People offering, you not wanting to take it, but knowing you needed to. Now, you are accepting what they are offering, and you're feeling very good. You're not running away now. The Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups reverse. Eight of Cups means leaving something very emotional behind and turning your back and walking away, even if it's for the best. But here, you're saying, I'm going to stay right now. I'm going to stay. I need to stay. And I know you want me to stay. Yes, there may have been heartbreak. Yes, there are certainly regrets. But now, there's balance with the Temperance upright, and there's illumination on where everybody stands. Okay, this is a card of Pisces. This is the card of Sagittarius. These are both major arcana cards. The High Priestess. Okay, this is your card. The major arcana card. So this is a big transitional month for you. I think you were kind of going through, you're like in the heart of the storm. It was like you were in the middle of a cyclone and you didn't know which way to go or where people were. You couldn't see. Now you can see. Now you can take their hand because they're saying, I will help you. Let's go this way. Okay. If you hear snoring, that's my pug. She loves sitting in here while I do readings. And then she snores the whole time. Poor little thing. So you're feeling connected with your emotions and on firm grounded. You're also standing on firm ground. So there's some solidification of where you are. There's some solidification of understanding of where everybody else is. So it was very rough. You certainly have regrets, but you're not letting them get the best of you in that you're not going to leave right now. You're still like, I want to work on this. Okay. Kind of thankful. You're kind of thankful. You're kind of really appreciative right now. Those that stand by you, those that are there for you in the darkest times, the most confusing times, are those that will be there for you for life. And you're kind of realizing that now. Now, you feel like you can make solid offers towards the next step. Is the next step marriage? Is the next step moving into tradition? No. Is the next step seeking advice from experts? No. You're just in a good place right now, and you know who your people are. And that is good enough right now, and you are very thankful for it. So, there is less talk about what you want. There is less talk about how you want it to be this month. Okay, after all that mental strife and frustration and confusion you were dealing with last month, now you're saying, I'm kind of done talking about it because now I know for myself, I need to see action. I need to act in a certain way to get a certain result. There's a quote Jane International put on her Instagram page a couple months ago, but it really stuck with me. And it really stuck with me. I'm Aries, so you're my opposite sign. So we really jive with this kind of depth stuff. I take it more seriously than you do. You're more lighthearted about it all, but like we get it. So that the quote was, and I don't know who said it, but it said, if you want to be a certain type of person, then you have to be a certain type of person. So this month you're like, okay, I'm not going to just sit here and hope and dream and wish and talk about it. I'm realizing for myself that I need to be that way. I need to make the actions. I need to make the changes. And if it's stability and growth and truth and loyalty and firm foundation, planting, growing, developing behavior, then I need to do it. And I need to stop talking about it. And I don't need advice. I just know I need to do it. So you're solid here. You're not getting everything you want right now. It's not this quick fix. Okay? This is also your card. This has to do with the justice system, the legal system. You could be dealing with lawyers. This has to do with balancing out the scales. Okay, swords in the tarot represent the air signs of the zodiac, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and you are ruled by your thoughts and your ideas. You are a very mental, cognitive energy. You're ruled by words, patterns of words, poetry, lyrics. Okay, you jive on that more than anybody, and I love it because the stuff that comes out of your mouth is very inspirational, even if you're making a joke. Like it's so cool because I can't do that, and I wish I could. So when I'm talking to a Libra, or when it's mostly a Libra, because you're a lot more poetic, or when I'm talking to a Gemini, I just sit there in awe because how you formulate your words from your thoughts blows my mind. I don't know why it's so difficult for me, but you're like on point with that stuff, okay, as an air sign. So when this is reversed, you could feel things aren't working in your favor, but I think on a deeper level you understand that this is not a quick fix, this is not a quick turnaround, all right? This, and the significance of these pentacles, which represent the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, it signifies slow movement, steady, consistent, slow, well thought out, well planned movement. There is a reason why Capricorns reach the pinnacle of their careers or in life, slowly, but man, do they get there. Man, do they get there. It's because they are slow and consistent every single day, no matter what they're thinking, no matter what they feel like, right? They're not ruled by their emotions. They're not jumbled in their mind with thoughts and ideas and going here and doing there and trying this and meeting this person and having this conversation. They just get the work done step by step by step. Consider this energy for you this month, climbing Mount Everest, and you know it's not going to be overnight. It's like one step at a time, and they're not all easy steps. But when you get to the top, or even when you get halfway and you can turn around and look at that progress, that's what this is about. That's what this is about. Nobody else can tell you how to do it or show you. You have to actually do the actions. That's where you are this month. Okay, this Two of Swords here, also representing air signs, also representing two pathways, a decision. You're considering decisions. You know one has to be made, but you're choosing to ignore it right now. You don't feel fully ready. That's why she's blindfolded. This has to do with how we are processing our thoughts regarding a very emotional situation. Air signs don't like to live in the realm of the depth of emotions. That's water signs. That's why this big bay of water, this lake, is behind her. That's why her back is turned to it. That's why she's blindfolded. She is not fully ready to accept that there's a massive lake of emotions behind her. She knows it's coming. She knows it's there. But you're just not ready yet. You're doing this right now. That's all you need to worry about. Keep going. Next row. Clarified. The significator card. The 9 of Cups. This has several meanings. 1. Cups. Watery energy. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Emotions. Water. Okay? This can deal with overindulgence in drinking. This can deal with overindulgence in emotional gratification. This can also deal with wishes coming true. So, based on where you are in this journey, of our lives, you'll know what this means for you. But be conscientious and cautious of overindulgence, but also realize that what are your wishes and dreams that you want to come true? They're going to be slow. It's coming slowly, but it has to do with how you're going to approach it. What effort are you putting in? Okay, this is not overnight success, but I feel like you're seeing the end game now and you're willing to work for it. You're seeing the bigger picture. You don't want to look up at the sky and have a bunch of options. You want to make a decision. You know you have to. Now the key, Libras, the key at the center of this reading, and I should have talked about this first, is the Strength card. Major Arcana card, huge energy, 8th card in the Major Arcana. There's a lot of depth and meaning to this card because this has to do with self-control and taming our inner beast and our inner demons. Because she knows that this lion is the king of the jungle. It could kill her in one fell swoop. But she has built enough rapport with it, i.e. her own inner demons, and she knows how to tame it and keep it at bay, and ultimately, he loves her for it. She is in control. So, I honestly can't remember if that was reversed or not. Shiz. I don't think it was. But this is a huge card for you because this has to do with taming your inner demons, getting control over yourself, and that has to do with pulling back, again with the pentacles, again with the stability, again with the foundation, again with the growth. Holding on to your money, saving money, pulling back emotionally as well, stepping away from a situation so you can feel on firm ground before you move into something else. This has to do, once again, with not talking about it, but doing it. Let's move on to the next row. And I think these are very important next to each other because once you realize where you want to narrow these patterns down, how you're going to control the methodologies and the modality of how you're dealing with yourself through all of this, and how you're going to be retreating in a way, either financially, emotionally, physically, right, with spending time with friends, right, retreating, maybe putting yourself in some isolation. You're seeing that that is the pathway to your happiness. That is the pathway to getting what you want. If this does have to do with overindulging for you in any capacity, this also means pulling back from that. Not spending the money, not spending the time, not spending the spiritual energy putting into that. You also see that as a pathway to success. Such a strong reading, Libras. Okay, final row. I'm starting here. 7 of Pentacles. Again with the Pentacles. You could be dealing with the Earth sign, but based on last month's reading, Libras, this certainly has to do with you and your actions and your belief in yourself. Okay. 7 of Pentacles. Very interesting card. I'm going to spend a lot of time talking about this. This has to do with growing weary and becoming tired and feeling like you want to give up. You see his face, he's not happy. He is not happy. He's exhausted. But the only way we can get to the 8 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, Capricorn, right? Extreme levels of success. The only way we can get there is to keep going and realize where we've come along the way. Remember my analogy of climbing the mountain, stopping even if you're halfway. This is like a halfway point for you. Looking at what you have done, looking at where you are on this steep mountain, looking at the progress you have made, looking at the fruit of your labor. And while you feel tired, you feel like you want to give up, you know that you actually are manifesting and building something firm and strong. It just needs more work. That is why the 8 of Pentacles shows a man, kind of hunchbacked over his work, and he's just focusing only on the work, and he's building and he's building and he's building, because it is at this crux that you realize if you keep going, that's when you'll reach the ultimate levels of success in whatever dreams you are wanting to manifest, whatever you're wanting to build in your life. So in terms of overindulgence, that's where you need to be overindulging, in your work, in your building of your stability, in your foundation. Another thing about this card, and Libras, and Virgo, okay? In the zodiac sign, it's a circle. Okay? Aries, the babies of the zodiac, the newborns, passion, fresh outlook, ignorance, positivity, always positivity. Okay? Even if they feel like their life comes crashing down, that also lasts for just 5 minutes and they move along. As we move through the zodiac, each next sign brings with it portions of the sign previous to it. They also represent the seasons. So Aries is the natural birth of a new season. And Taurus brings all that passion and energy in their inner sign, so they ground it a little bit. They know how to do the work. Aries are all ideas and excitement and getting everybody excited. And then Taurus comes in and they're like, this is the plan, let's do it. Let's get to work. Stop talking about it. Stop sharing your energy. I get it. Let's go. Okay, and then Gemini brings in with it all the cognitive ability and the words and the strategy. Cancer brings in the love and the emotion to stick to it, to build the foundation of a home in what we are, whatever it is we're building, a job, a career, a relationship, a bank account. They bring the love in. Okay, they bring the home into whatever it is that we're doing. Leo, the ego. Okay, they take with it all of that. I can do this. I am building love. I am building a home. I know what I'm doing. I know about strategy. I certainly know about passion. I'm the king. Ego, but with ignorance. Fixed signs tend to have an ignorance about them. They know it all. And if you look at this progression of the seasons, we finally get to fall. It's starting to enter the cold era of winter. And that's when we reach Virgo. Okay, Virgo, there's a reason why Virgos are picky. There's a reason why Virgos are great strategists in perfection. There's a reason why Virgos, and I'm getting to a point here, there's a reason why Virgos take things why they're very hard on themselves, why they're hard on their process, they're hard on their organization, and why they're hard on others. Because they know, and this goes back to the Agrarian times, in winter, the approach of winter, Virgo knows in the mid to late fall that if they don't plan for the next farming season, if they don't time the tilling of the fields perfectly with the weather, taking into account everything, feeding of the animals, feeding of the village, knowing what's happening with the weather systems, if they don't know that perfectly, then literally the village doesn't get to eat next year and the animals die, and then everybody dies. That's why this card is so important, because this represents understanding all of that and deciding to move forward wholeheartedly. Because as we then reach your season, the work is done. There's no more you can do. That's why you represent the scales. Did we do enough? That's why there's indecisiveness in you. Did we do enough? Is everybody going to be able to eat? Will the animals be alive? Will we be warm this winter? Check on everybody, check on everybody, check on everybody. Always questioning, are we in balance? Are we okay? Did we do what we needed to do in Virgo season? And there's a great deal of uncertainty because we don't know always what the weather is going to do and how the seasons are going to change exactly. We don't know. We can only plan to perfection based on what we do know. So when you're looking at this month, after everything that you are going through and after everything that you went through last month, emotionally, mentally, you're now at this place where you're really understanding this and you're really ready to put the work in. Because you know, if I don't do it this time, I could really be messing up something on a massive scale. And it might not be where I want it to be yet, but I know that I have things in my control, right? Including making decisions, including not only relying on others, including staying put and trusting my intuition, and including honestly soliciting the help of others that are trying to help so we can get through this winter season and come out being able to do whatever we want next time. Positioning ourselves. Huge. Okay. So while we're in your season now and there's uncertainty, but don't forget, you take with you, everybody takes with you pieces from the signs prior. Okay? Scorpio represents death, ruled by Mars, represents other people. Why? The 8th house of the zodiac, other people's money, sex, death, taxes, other people. As a Scorpio, they are very deep in their understanding of everything. Okay? They are the fixed water sign. So where they can have hang-ups has to do with that understanding on such a deep level, mixing in the ego with the Leo, and I did all the work, we're set, but we don't really know. So we're going to assume that I did everything right, and if it gets messed up, it's how we all integrate in this together and who's not pulling the weight. Other people. Not necessarily to blame, but the reason why I'm going into the next sign, Sagittarius, is because this card represents Sagittarius. So not far after you comes mutable fire sign Sagittarius. Carefree. New things, new experiences, new people, new villages, we're going to die, whatever, we'll move on to the next one. Okay? There's a lightening up of the energy during Sagittarius season. That's why these Sagittarius are usually the great travelers of the world. Because they don't necessarily need a solid home base. They're okay with whatever. So even though there's this heaviness to everything that you've been dealing with, you also know if you set things up right, okay, you also know that even if you don't, you're kind of still balancing out, weighing out. Even if not, you can still forge ahead. But what I like to see, and I'm not going to keep going through the thing, but what I like to see here is this is a card of temporary behavior. This is like the X that keeps coming back in and out and in and out and on and on and on, and it's passionate and there's hatred and it's just like too much all the time. And one person cares and one person doesn't. It's this type of energy. But look at what it's sitting next to. When we talk about staying, when we talk about pulling back, when we talk about taking action, man, the World card comes out next. Right next to the Tower card. You have major arcanas up the yin-yang right now because there's a solid foundation being grown and you're doing it. You are doing it, not anybody else. You have assistance and you're very grateful for it. But this time you're going to stay. And this time it's not all going to come crashing down because you are going to choose to continue plugging and forging ahead. Phenomenal reading, Libras. I'm going to pull an oracle card, and then we're going to get into the extended, where we're going to do a lot more clarifying of all of this. That link's below if you want to. You click on that and buy the extended. Okay. Oh, such an awesome reading. All right, Libras. This is the Oracle Fairies deck. I'm not into the four fairy thing. I can't subscribe to it, but I do like these meanings of these cards. So let's go. What is the highest level outcome, message, advice, and guidance for Libras in June? Highest level message for Libras in June. Advice, guidance, clarity. Highest level message for Libras in June. 2 more shuffles off the top of the deck. Oh, my favorite card. The RAR. R-A-R-R. I love this card. I'm going to talk about the aesthetics of this card, of this drawing or painting. I love this card so much because clearly he's floating in darkness, but he has control when he needs it, with the wings or fins or whatever they are. But he's choosing, at this point anyway, to not use them because he is being directed by his own inner compass. That's the light. Okay, let's read this.